The following portion of Good Day State Line is sponsored by Prairie Street Brewing Company.
We love a chance to laugh on a Friday night. This Friday is the return of Barrel of Laughs at Prairie Street Brewing Company. 3 performers ready to make you laugh, including the headliner we happen to have with us tonight, Vince Acevedo. Hey, Vince, thanks so much for being here.
You got it. Thank you for having me.
So take us back to when you decided stand-up comedy was going to be your thing. How old were you?
I never wanted to be a comedian. I just wasn't good at anything else, so I just kind of fell into it, to be honest. I had a couple friends of mine who forced me to go to open mic, and I went, and I had like 6 strangers laugh at me, and that was it. I was hooked, and it's been a mistake of my life ever since. Now I'm in 19 years.
19 years? That's a really long time.
Thank you for making me feel old. I appreciate that.
So are you inspired by any comedians that you watched on TV or saw in movies, or are you just like living day by day?
You know what? I'm just trying to survive. There have been multiple comics, and things have changed so much with social media and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Me personally, I kind of grind it out. I work quite a bit on the cruise lines.
Mm-hmm.
So I do Holland America, Norwegian Cruise Lines, and Carnival, and that's pretty much probably 75% of my year.
Wow.
Because I have bills to pay. But I mean, the crowds are always there. It's always a mixed bag of people from all over the world, and young and old, and you just have to figure it out. But, as far as being inspired, I kind of have a mix of everything. It's Don Rickles, it's Rodney Dangerfield, it's Eddie Murphy, it's Richard Pryor, a little bit of George Lopez, some Chappelle, a little Andrew Dice Clay. So I'm scattered all over the place.
So you mentioned the cruise ships. How do they differ from comedy clubs?
I think the cruise ship is actually harder because it's more of like a corporate gig. So you have to figure out how to make everybody laugh, no matter where they're from, no matter their background, their demographic, the age, the whole 9 yards. So you really have to push the envelope on your brain as far as how to make sure you're getting universal laughs across the board instead of getting little pockets of laughs. Like, oh, this little crowd liked that one joke and that little crowd liked this joke, because that would be the most miserable situation ever.
Do you have like a favorite story from performing on the ships, like anything crazy that's happened?
Oh my God, yeah. I was goofing off because I love to do material, but I love to do crowd work also, because we're doing so many shows. You have no choice but to kind of engage with the crowd. I saw a younger couple, and I asked if they were dating, and the guy said yeah, and he was like, yeah, we've been dating like 3-4 years, and I think he said he was like 31. So I told him, I was like, hey man, it's about that time. You're not getting younger.
Yeah.
And there's a jewelry store on the ship. The captain can do the whole marriage announcement. It'd be perfect. And I was like, now's your time to to ask her to be your wife. And the whole crowd started laughing and screaming, and they broke up immediately after. So it was great. Yeah. It was wonderful.
Oh, that's a good one. Now, have you ever been to Rockford before?
Yeah, for Magic Waters. I don't even know if it's still there, but
I
remember when it was there. Yeah. Magic Waters will set you in motion. I remember the commercial and everything. That's crazy.
How long are you going to be in town in Rockford when you get to perform on Friday night?
I think I'm just in for the night, 'cause I live in Chicago, so it's only like not even an hour drive. So, I'll get in, do the deed, and then leave the scene of the crime without any evidence.
Well, we do want to recommend that you get cheese curds when you're at Prairie Street on Friday night. Make sure you order those, okay?
You're talking to somebody who's from the Midwest, so cheese curds and Culver's and all those places are all perfect in my book.
Yes, they are great. Well, Vince, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to chat with us today, and we will see you here in Rockford on Friday night.
Sounds good. If you guys aren't there, I'm gonna find where you guys are hiding. I want to see you at the show.
Perfect. You can get tickets now at psbrewingco.com. And don't forget, you can grab dinner or drinks before the show inside the brew pub. This is Prairie Street's second Barrel of Laughs for the fall. The final show will be with Joe Kilgallen on December 20th. A chili cook-off game day is next with Tam and Eek. Don't go anywhere.
The preceding portion of Good Day State Line was sponsored by Prairie Street Brewing Company.